We are now 193 days away from the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, which is going to bring a return of characters like Rey, Kylo Ren, Lando Calrissian, Luke Skywalker, and even Leia in this film by director J.J. Abrams. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that a lot of fans are really excited to see on the big screen is to see exactly how JJ is going to utilize the interactions between both Rey and Kylo Ren in Episode 9, and how the concept of lightsaber duels, space battles, and land battles will be used in this movie, since JJ will be taking it to a different degree in Episode 9. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film, and when it all comes down to one of the concept art descriptions, this is where things begin to get very exciting for Episode 9. Now, specifically, shot descriptions consisting of both Rey and Kylo Ren fighting in a lightsaber duel where they are both surrounded by bodies of fire and falling debris, where one of the sequences involves a burning Darth Vader statue in the background that is described to be a part of the First Order headquarters, one of which includes a shot of Kylo staring at the burning Vader statue that was taken from the Dark Spire by the First Order after Kylo traveled there, where Kylo witnessed and is witnessing what is said to be the burning Vader statue that is said to put him in a state of anger against Rey. The next goes over a moment in which Rey uses the Force to push a piece of debris at Kylo Ren, hitting him dead center in the chest and causing him to fly into the ground. This is where it's said that his helmet begins to get banged up and begins to slowly get damaged throughout the fight from start to finish, where it all leads to the point where Kylo ignites his lightsaber and throws it like a boomerang at Rey, where she successfully dodges it, where the saber by Kylo Ren is controlled in mid-air, taking down steel columns where rubble is falling down at Rey, where she dodges it and even uses the Force like Yoda did in Episode 2 to push the concrete away. The last goes over Kylo using the Force repulse technique, causing a massive shockwave against Rey, where the ground begins to collapse, causing Rey to fall down to the basement of the First Order headquarters. So let's go over a couple of parts about this. Now, what's really exciting about this is that this is the authentic lightsaber duel. I know a lot of you guys out there have been expressing your concern and your mixed reactions about flash fights and how it's basically a mixture of force bonds and flashbacks and everything around those lines, right? So the fact that they are bringing this back into the equation by adding in a lot of elements of Darth Vader and different powers from the EU that are now going to be a part of both Kylo and Rey. The one thing that I really do love about all of this is the one moment in which Kylo Ren gets very angry while he's witnessing the burning Darth Vader statue that was taken from the Dark Spire. Now, the Dark Spire, like I have said before in the past, is the castle-like structure in this film where Kylo Ren and the Knights of Ren travel to, and they discover all these new secrets about the dark side and even a Darth Vader statue. So the First Order, they eventually get the statue, they transfer it over to the First Order headquarters, and during the third act of the film, it begins to set on fire. So this is what sets Kylo Ren in a different mood and fights Rey in a state of rage, if you will, where he uses the Force repulse technique. Now, the Force repulse technique, basically, the character either absorbs a lot of energy and stomps onto the ground and releases a massive shockwave. And this is something that we first saw in motion in Star Wars Battlefront 2 when Jedi Master Luke Skywalker was able to use this power in not just the campaign, but also you could use it in multiplayer and stuff like that. So they're putting that ability on the big screen through Kylo Ren. Makes sense, right? Since he has that Skywalker blood, and Luke Skywalker also knows this power. Now, the other thing that really is a nice callback to Attack of the Clones is where Kylo Ren is taking down steel columns, where he's using his lightsaber as a boomerang of some kind, basically controlling it in mid-air and trying to hit Rey, where he eventually hits all these different steel columns, and rubble is falling down from top to bottom against Rey, where she blocks it by using the Force and throws the rubble away, the concrete and stuff like that, similar to what Yoda did in Attack of the Clones when he was fighting Count Dooku. So you can see that JJ is paying attention in order to correctly insert a lot of the parallels into Star Wars. Again, at the end of the day, that's what I love about Star Wars as well, is that there are so many parallels that often go unnoticed, where it's almost like you can treat them as Easter eggs, where you really gotta look for these parallels and you gotta dig and you gotta watch the past movies to see the similarities. That's what I like about these movies as well, is that there's a lot of parallels, and George Lucas and his outlook, it's like poetry, it rhymes, and that's what will be continued in Episode 9. So, lastly, alright, the sequence in which Rey falls into the basement of the First Order headquarters. This is most likely what's going to lead to the catacombs that we have been talking about, where there's a tunnel system that Rey and Kylo Ren fight through from, of course, the midpoint of the lightsaber duel before the flash fights actually begin. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.